So Johannes Wolfgang von Goethe, a German writer, once wrote, "Magic is to believe in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen." To believe that I, Carlos López, a guy from Colombia, that went to school for systems engineering, then got a master's in science, then got a job at a big software company, then taught at two of Colombia's most prestigious universities and a high school. I gave all that up for this. For magic. But not just any kind of magic, social magic. To believe that would be unbelievable. But I did. Against all odds, family advice and common sense. I left a good job with a salary in order to travel to many parts of my country, but not touristic places, mainly slums and impoverished parts of big cities, doing a free magic show. And with almost no planning, no funding, I started a nonprofit called the Smiling League. Then we created something called Connecting Smiles. It's a social network that connects performers with NGOs and nonprofits so that they can perform over there. And in over the past few years, with many volunteers, we have performed in over 300 social events for over 11,200 people. But after a while, I wanted to teach the kids from the slums magic. I have been entertaining them a whole lot and wanted to leave an even longer lasting impression in their lives. So why not teach them magic? With education, I agree with what Jose Antonio Abreu once said, that it was a monopoly of elites, especially in Latin America. Education is not as open as it should be. We're making progress, but we're not quite there yet. With magic, it's very different, because we magicians, we live because of the secrets. If everybody knew them, then we would be out of business and not of any use in this life. When you become a magician, you sacrifice the illusion of magic in order to create it for so many others that need it in their lives more than you do. So I want you guys to feel how that feels. So I'm going to teach you a magic trick. For this, I need something that I have. Where is it? Oh, yes, here it is. It's a handkerchief. Can you see it? Yes, can you see the color of the handkerchief? Yes. What color is it? Red. Red. I'm putting the handkerchief on my fist. Here we go. Now I'm going to blow. And magically, it transformed into an egg because the handkerchief flew to my pocket. You want to learn it? Pretty simple stuff. You need a red handkerchief. Actually, not a real egg. It's a hollow egg where you put the other handkerchief. Pretty simple, huh? So hollow egg and two handkerchiefs. Pretty important stuff. They have to be the same color. I have seen this with different color handkerchiefs. Doesn't work as well. So, set up. The hollow egg goes on your left pant pocket, right? One of the handkerchief on your left pocket, front pocket, the other one on the right. Then you say, are you ready to perform a magic trick? You say you need something. You look like you're searching for something, right? You put both hands on your both pockets, and then you bring the handkerchief like this. Everyone's looking at the handkerchief. No one's seeing that you put your hand like this with the egg inside. Pretty cool, right? Remember, don't bring the egg this way because they can see it's an egg. So you put it out and you just cover it, right? And that's it. Then you say you're putting the handkerchief inside your fist. You can't say you're putting it inside the egg, because if you do, then they're like, what egg? Right? Yeah. Rookie mistakes, I know. So, you put it inside your fist, right? But it's really inside the egg. You blow, and you say that it turned into an egg because the handkerchief, it flew to your pocket. But magic is good for many things. One is changing your perspective when you think you know how something works. Because if you have seen this, you might say, oh, it's a hollow egg, right? There's a hole in the end, right? But magic can make your perspective change, because we can blow on the dot and show you that we have been playing with the real egg all along. That is the importance of magic. Magic sparks wonder. It can generate new and positive thoughts on everyone, regardless of their situation. In order to teach magic in the slums, I partnered with an international organization called Magicians Without Borders. We use magic as a tool to generate social change. We approach magic as an art that generates hope. Like Harry Houdini once said, one of the world's greatest magicians and escape artists. He said that when he escaped from his impossible situations, he could see how he inspired hope in the eyes of the audience. That is the hope that we long for. Hope that the impossible can become possible. Because it doesn't matter how impossible your situation might seem, if you have hope, that is very, very important. So that's why we created our Magic Club in Paradise. That's the name of the neighborhood of a slum called Ciudad Bolívar in the southernmost part of Bogotá, the capital of Colombia. There's a big lack of opportunities there, because it's a very hard place to reach from the city. But there, the kids have gotten the opportunity to get the Magic Club started by an American magician named Ryan Bart. And I have been with them for over 2.5 years, going there every week, teaching them a 2-hour magic lesson. That's what I've been doing. But people often tell me, why with them? If you wanted to leave a corporate job or a university position, why not create a high-end magic school? And I said it's because I believe in this quote from Mother Teresa. I wanted to change those kids' worldview because their current situation forces them to see it very differently. With that in mind, I partnered with a local magic art school. It's a beautiful place. They've got individual tables for the kids to practice in. They got a big theater on the back for them to perform. They got a library with 800 magic books, all written in Spanish. And in order for the kids to get there, they need to go on a 2-hour bus ride. And in the process, they recognize other nice parts of the city as their city too. And we have also gotten help from world-renowned card experts like Joshua J. When he came to Colombia, he gave the kids a 1-hour private lesson that I know they will never forget. Because what this guy can do with cards, it's truly mesmerizing. But now the kids have gotten the confidence to step out of their comfort zones and perform outside of their neighborhood, like they did in front of 150 employees of Colombia's second largest bank. I remember at the end of the presentation, the bank gave the kids a little souvenir, a notebook and a pen. One kid unwrapped the notebook and then ran towards the back of the room. He was looking for a woman. When he found her, he pulled on her dress and said, "Hi, can I get your autograph?" And the woman looked at the kid and said, "Why? Why me? You're the artist." The kid looked at her and said, "You're so well dressed that you must be someone very important." The woman with a knot on her throat signed the kid's notebook, but then said, "Wait." She grabbed her purse, took out a notebook of her own, and asked the kid for an autograph. I want you guys to hear for yourself what these kids have learned in the program.
En este tiempo que llevas en el club de magia, ¿qué has aprendido?
Que todo en la vida se puede lograr con esfuerzo y que puedo cumplir mis sueños.
Que el truco no es en hacer la magia, sino compartir con el público.
Aprendió valores y aprendió a convivir con mis compañeros y a perder el miedo en el escenario.
¿Qué es lo más chévere que ha pasado en el club de magia?
Poder conocer a los mejores magos del mundo y que ellos reconozcan lo que yo he hecho.
These kids have done an amazing job. And recently they got invited to do a performance act at a TEDx event. This was held at Colombia's most elite university. They were very nervous, but did an amazing show. At the end, they received a 3-minute standing ovation. I'm gonna recreate what Tamara did as an ending for that show. She stepped with 3 ropes on her hand, a small one, a middle one, and a long one. She gave the ropes to the audience to check that there was nothing funny with the ropes. Then she asked for the ropes back, the small one, the middle one, and the long one. She said that for her, today, these ropes didn't represent ropes. They represented the size of houses in Colombia. She said in Colombia there are small houses, there are middle-sized houses, and big houses. Then she asked the audience to imagine what would happen if in Colombia all houses were of the same size. Remember, this is a kid from the slums of Bogota standing on stage in Colombia's most elite university. She said that she could make that true with magic. She blew on the ropes, and all the audience could see how all the ropes turned of the same length. She said that she knew that this wasn't reality. That in Colombia, as in many parts of the world, houses are not of the same size. But she knew that that wasn't the important thing. It didn't matter if you had a small house, a middle house, or a big house. Because really, size wasn't important, whether it's small, medium, or big. The important thing, she said, is the love that you fill it with. Teaching these kids magic has been a truly transformative experience. We expect the magic student to become proficient in the art of magic. He or she is expected to become an entertaining, engaging, and competent magic performer. But we are equally, or perhaps even more concerned, to teach magic in a way that enhances the student's sense of self-confidence, discipline, creativity, and focus. We know that the study of magic can enable a young kid to become a strong and confident person. That's why I say it's not the magic we do, it's what we do with magic. I want to leave you with 3 main takeaways. The first one, share your secrets. We need to create more education opportunities, especially in places where there are none. Second, teach to empower. Traditional education systems do not take this into account. And trust me, I have taught in almost every level of them. It is very, very hard for a kid to feel empowered when he's solving for x in an equation or remembering facts and dates of events that happened a long time ago. So find that value in your teachings. And here's a tip. If your students can't perform it, whatever it is they're learning, then they can get it more easily. And last, do it with a higher purpose. Do it not just to fill their heads with more information. Do it in a way that goes beyond increasing their employment option opportunities. I want to leave you with a beautiful quote from British author Roald Dahl. It reads, "And above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, because the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who do not believe in magic will never find it." Thank you.